So much for joining me for Daily Spark with Dr. Angela. I am so excited to have you here with me on Daily Spark TV today. Now, my guest is Gillian Firth, and we are talking about her book, Gillian MK2. Now, you know what I like to do on the show? I want to enlighten you. I want to inspire you. I want to empower you to become your best self. Now, scripture reminds us that the tongue is a small thing that makes grand speeches, but a tiny spark can set a great forest on fire. And we want to get you fired up today. So go on, get comfy, get cozy, get your coffee or get your tea, because we are about to get started. Hello, Gillian. Thank you so much for spending time with me here on Daily Spark TV.
Hello to you as well. Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. I can't wait to talk to you about your book. However, we always give our guests an opportunity to introduce themselves to perhaps the few people out there that are unfamiliar with you or with your work. So, my first question to you is, Gillian, what makes you you?
What makes me me? Everything, the parents, your background, I'm really lost already. That wasn't the question.
Now, being an author, I'm sorry, go ahead.
There isn't anything in particular that makes anybody. It's everything around you that affects you, your circumstances, and my circumstances were brilliant, and everything was happy, normal, and then it wasn't. So that's who I am.
Sure. Now, being an author, is that something that you've always wanted to do? Or did you find that just due to the circumstances, you needed to share your story?
My circumstances meant that I was on my own, and being on your own, isolation is not fun, it's not good, it's not healthy, it's not viable. And I couldn't watch TV, and playing computer games couldn't do that either. So I was all alone on my own, and writing was what I just did. And the book came by chance, but it's taken this long for me to realize that, of course, it wasn't by chance.
Now, the title of your book, Gillian MK2. Why did you decide upon that title for your book?
Well, as I just blurted the introduction there, badly, unfortunately, Gillian Mark 1, she got squished. Gillian Mark 2, ta-da! Woke up, came alive, is still there, thank you to God.
Now, if I understand correctly, there was an accident and you ended up in a coma. Now, I know that you can't tell the entire story because viewers, you have to purchase the book to get the entire story. But can you tell us a little bit about that?
There isn't anything to say. Being in a coma, there isn't anything. There's nothing. What keeps you alive is the machines that keep you alive. My mum got to see me when I'd been unconscious for 6 weeks, and she was there to witness the first time I opened my eyes. It's weird, spiritual. It's almost as though I heard her crying, heard her voice. I don't know. I really don't know. I know that this came about by chance, but it wasn't chance. I know that as well. Do me help.
Well, I have to agree with you. I don't believe in anything ever being happenstance. And out of everything, there is always a lesson. And even in tragedy, there can be beauty if we garner the lesson that needs to be learned there. So I agree with you on that. Now, while you were writing, did you find that there were any lessons in your writing that were very specific for you? Even though you may have shared some lessons with us within the book, did you also get some lessons just for you?
This book, it wasn't ever meant to be. I've just told you that it was by chance, but it's turned out to be a crux. Like, it started so much. I can't believe that people talk to me all the time about their feelings about this book, how it's made them laugh, how it's made them cry, how it's made them laugh again. They've spoken to their family about it, and because of this book, the second book, which is going to go somewhere, came about because the readers of this book said, "Write another one, Gillian, you're brilliant, you are." So I did. So it was an inspiration to me and inspirational to others. Wow. And now I've got hold of you. Brilliant.
Absolutely. I love it when things can be an inspiration to those that are around us, be it that they're friends and family or church members or just people
Yeah,
in general.
that's just it.
It's always a beautiful thing.
That's just it though, Angela, Dr. Angela. Pastor Angela, fabulous. That's just it. An injury like this is a life-changing event, but it just didn't affect me. It's affected all those around me as well. Their lives were impacted as well. And when you are that age, when you can do handstands and be all flippy and turning and twisting and living a life, you don't think. You don't think of consequences of your behaviour. You don't think what you do might, if it goes all pear-shaped and wrong, it's not just you, it's everybody else. And it's taken me this long. Timing is amazing. Thank you to God. Thank you. Timing is amazing because I was 27 when this injury happened to me. Yeah. And the person who found me lately, just now, from this place, Ray of Sunshine Benson. Hello, darling. He found me and speeding on to this point, but he's 27, the same age as I was, and this year I'm 50. I know I don't look it, so I know you don't tell me it's all right. This year I'm 55, and it's the year of the angel numerically. So it's just all fitting into place. Like this book explains how everything fit into place. The next book explains again, but I didn't know why or how until now. Your fingers don't tell you what to write. Your hands don't tell you. Your elbows doesn't tell your hands what. It's all here. It's all up here. God gave us a soul, a spirit, and thank you.
Absolutely. That is a beautiful story. And it is a 5 year, and that is such a beautiful thing. So that there is beauty all around and that our angels are definitely spending time with you and making a way for us. And I love that.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it, so do your part and stay home. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit social gatherings. If you need essential items like food and medicine, try using a delivery service. If you must leave your house for essential items, or if you want to take a walk for exercise, make sure to wear a cloth face covering. Stay at least 6 feet away from other people. Try not to touch frequently touched surfaces like light signals, street signs, or benches. And wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus, so stay home unless absolutely necessary. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
wear a mask.
I wear a mask.
I wear a mask because
I wear a mask because it's a tiny sacrifice to protect your freedoms.
I wear a mask because I can help stop the spread of COVID-19 in my community.
I wear a mask because I care about you, even if I don't know you.
I want to keep doctors, nurses, and other essential workers safe.
I wear a mask because I can, but my baby can't.
I wear a mask because I want to feel safe sending my kids back to school. My kids wear masks to keep their friends safe.
I wear a mask because I want you to stay healthy.
I wear a mask because I really want to get a haircut soon.
I wear a mask because I care about the health and well-being of those around me.
I wear a mask because I might not know that I'm sick.
Yo uso una máscara para mi familia y la comunidad.
I wear a mask because I want to keep others safe.
I wear a mask because I want to protect everybody.
I wear a mask because too many people who look like me are getting sick and dying from COVID-19.
I've grown fond of seeing people smile with their eyes. It's a beautiful experience in these times.
Do it for their futures.
Even if you don't have to, I hope you choose to.
Have the past few weeks or months been challenging? Yes, for all of us. We've been thrown into circumstances which we could never have imagined. Loss of jobs, working from home, general uncertainty, all while dealing with COVID. It's causing us to be a little on edge. If you need someone to talk to, Dr. Angela Chester can help. Visit newlifepastoralcounseling.com to get started. We're in this together.
Hi, do you have something to share? Be a guest. Want to sponsor an episode? Visit drangela.chester.com. Thanks again for watching Daily Spark TV.
Now, did you find that in the writing process and sharing your story with others, were you surprised by how open people were to receive the message that you shared?
Absolutely. The feedback is amazing. Somewhere I've got a pile of letters, massive pile. I made them into posters. You can just see that. Posters. Only one person in all these years said to me, I used to ask everybody, oh, what did you think? Expecting the feedback. Oh, Gillian, you're brilliant, you're funny, you're fabulous, you're great, you're groovy, yeah? And one person, this young woman said to me, well, it's not very good, is it? Poked me in the eye with a quill. I was like, what? She said, no, it's too much swearing. I thought, oh, no ways. But I read it now, I'm like, flipping out. There's a lot of, but it was a very frustrating time when you can one day do everything, la 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 la, you can sing, you can, then the next day.
Well, you know, I love how even though you wrote it a particular way, then everyone grows and everyone changes. And I think that the beauty that perhaps she has overlooked is that you were one person then, you are one person now, and that you've grown as we all do. You know, we're not the same people that we were when we were 16 or we were when we were 25, you know, and I'm up there.
Older.
So it's like we're definitely not the same people. So the beauty of God allowing us to grow. Absolutely.
I've just got to you've just reminded me, two people recently have said to me, oh, do you know what, Gillian? Right, yeah, do you know, I bet you were really pretty when you were young. What?
It's like what a half compliment. It's like you're beautiful now. You're as beautiful now as you are at any other moment. It's like we we as women have to own that. We have to, don't just accept our half compliment, but accept and stand in who we are and say we are beautiful at whatever age we are. We are gorgeous because God made us this way.
The conclusion to this, we are gorgeous, we are gorgeous. The timing is immaculate because I'm now with the best thing ever, and he's sitting right there.
Right there, right? I love that. I love that. Now,
I know
timing is a really important thing, and thank you for mentioning that. I think that for so many people, they want to get ahead. When you're a little child, you want to be a teenager. When you're a teenager, you can't wait to be an adult. And when you're an adult, perhaps there's a certain age that you're looking for. When I was 30, I couldn't wait until, I was 50. And now that I'm almost there, it's like, slow down. So it's these things that we expect to happen at certain points in our lives. How has timing, in your opinion, giving you a way to reflect upon your life? How has timing given you the opportunity to take lessons, package them, and share them with others?
Timing for the first two and a half years, really, I couldn't walk, then talk, then walk. It took a long time to get all the basics back. So I really couldn't start thinking for a long time, 3 years onwards. So how I did this, really, I've really got no idea. Inspirational. It was inspiring to write this book, and hopefully that will pass on. I forgot what question was.
No, you answered it. That's fine. No, speaking of being inspired and writing, a question that I love to ask my authors is about the writing process. Did you find that it was inspirational to you, even though you weren't, making up a story and you were simply sharing your story? And did you find that it was inspirational to get those thoughts out of your head and onto paper for others to read?
No, it was a brilliant way of killing time then, because I just moved into a flat on my own, couldn't walk, didn't have any friends, didn't know anybody. And the computer, as I said, wouldn't do anything, so I just started writing. And because that started, I joined a writing class, and I started reading it to people, and they were all like, "Oh, Gillian, you're so funny, you're brilliant." I just kept going, and I kept reading more. Then I got to a point where I had to put a full stop because I was writing in real time, so it was good for my memory. For that reason, it was cathartic, and it was just a brilliant time killer. Because I didn't have anything else at that time.
Now, when you think of the ideal person to read your book, would that include someone as young as being a teenager, like a high schooler, or were you thinking someone college age and older?
Well, from the readers that have given me feedback, it appeals to just about everybody, but there's a lot of swearing in the first book. That's all I can say. A lot of swearing.
Now, for so many of the authors that I talk to for TV and both for radio, they seem to be one of two types. They say, well, Dr. Angela, I wrote the book. I've done what God has asked me to do. I wrote the book. I'm done. Others may say, I loved writing and I love writing so much, I want to continue. Where do you think that you fall? Will there be more books for you in your future?
Maybe. Do I write a lot? I'm just showing you this. Can you see this? So if it's a piece of paper and I've got a pen here, I will write on it. So is writing important to me? Pretty much. I draw as well. So there's a piece of paper and I've got a pencil or a pen.
Nice.
Stopping me. Can you see
Nice.
the end of it?
I love that you are so creative and you're able to express yourself in more than one art form. That is a beautiful thing. Many people cannot draw. They wish that they could, but they cannot. So that is a definitely a talent that you get to share. I love it. I love it.
And you know, it's amazing. I was actually in a coma. Hello, sorry. And I'm going to blow my own trumpet here. And I've written 2 books. And they goes, yeah, I can actually still read it. The first, I can still read it and laugh. And I'm not going to read it to you. You have to get one of your own. Yeah. Have you actually read it yet?
You know, I love it. We do have you know, an additional minute there that if you wanted to share a passage, you're welcome to share a passage if you want to, but we don't want to put you, you know, on the spot for that. We do understand that we didn't ask you to do that in advance, but if you would like to share, you're welcome to.
Give me a page. Give me a page number.
Let's see. My favorite number is 11. So let's try page 11.
Right. Oh, page 11, right. Oh, I'm told that I also had a feeding tube that I wasn't too happy with. Having had my wrist slapped for touching it, my family were horrified when I'd got a frenetic raspberry smirk on my face and was holding and dangling the offending tube in my hand. Nice one! The nurses put it back. Mum says they eventually got bored. It wasn't staying in. Where would we be without mums? Well, we wouldn't really, would we? But I've got my mum to thank more than once. Oh, that was page 11.
I love it. I love it. You know, it is so nice to be able to look back at the experiences that we've gone through and to be able to share our stories. I'm a breast cancer survivor, so to be able to share those stories, you know, and to be able to say, look at where we were, though you were in a coma, and I'm not trying to compare my story to yours, but just understanding at all of the beauty that we are now able to share. Though it was such a serious moment when we were going through it.
Yeah, how ironic, you know. At the time it was complete pants.
Yeah.
But no. Yay! Survived.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And now we're able to share that story. I love the fact that you are able to do that. Well, Gillian, thank you so much for coming on and spending time with me today here on Daily Spark TV. I wish you nothing but continued successes with your book, with your artwork as well. But more importantly, may God continue to bless you and keep you. I'm so glad that you're able to share. Now, before I let you go, though, can you remind everyone of the title of your book? Where can we get a copy? And if someone wants to reach out to you, how should they do that?
You can buy this book on Amazon, and if you just type in Gillian MK2, you'll find it's there somewhere. And these people, Ray Benson, thank you very much again. Can you see that?
We can. I love it.
Book trail. So those people can help as well. Oh, and they've done this really good thing. I've got to show you this just before you go. Right at the end, they put in extra pictures, and they've actually put in the readers' comments as well. That's not in the first book.
I like it. Absolutely. It's always wonderful when we can see that other people have enjoyed the book. So absolutely. Gillian, thank you again for spending time with me here today on Daily Spark TV.
Thank you very much indeed. Lovely hair.
And viewers, thank you for spending time with us here as well. We hope that we have enlightened, inspired, and empowered you to be your best self. If you remember nothing else, may you remember you are blessed in the Lord. Have a great day, everyone.
Hi, do you have something to share? Be a guest. Want to sponsor an episode? Visit drangela.chester.com. Thanks again for watching Daily Spark TV.